Yeah, it's hard. Picking between that pair isn't easy. I liked him physically in Perfectly Perfect. He's another off the production line for Russell and Skew, who looks well. A bit eager going to post, but first exuberance on a race course, having running a couple of point-to-points in Ireland. Second on the more recent of the two. Yeah, I did like him as a physical specimen. I also like Nicky Richards' debutant Japetus, who's from a flat family.
He looked quality, didn't he?
He did. He looks like a good quality flat operator, as he's bred to be. He's making his debut in a bumper on the back of a Windop, but the negative with him was just the way he was conducting himself, wasn't he? Two handlers reared up. Yeah, he was quite nervous and edgy, grinding his teeth.
Foaming at the mouth a bit.
He was. There were pluses and minuses so far as he's concerned. He's one that's not run at all. Most of them have. Miss Friday Lyons, as we observed, she's a 4-year-old filly. She's got the physique of a sprinter. Real powerhouse, not particularly tall. She's from a flat family and comes here having shown promise on debut. And in a roundabout way, back to Cool Raoul, who's the Russell horse who's run under rules to date and shaped well in second in a bumper at Musselburgh. I'd imagine this track would be at least as suitable for Cool Raoul, given that there's a bit of stamina in his pedigree.
Kiwi Rush, can it become a final race success for Harry Derham, who is in attendance? The last to be 6 runners here today.
It's been a surprisingly low-key day for the yard. It started with the 2 in the handicap who didn't run the race, and then obviously Matron en France was very disappointing in race 2, not even finishing place. So trying to salvage something. He's a lengthy horse. His price rocketed as a 4-year-old on the back of his second on the second of 2 outs in. Yeah, 85. He was like 4 times what he'd cost as a store horse. He was 6 in that Hurricane Pat bumper on at Sandown.
Malcolm it is then with the lucky last. This is some plunge.
Walking forward here. That's it, they're off. We're racing for the Racing TV Open Maiden National Hunt Flat Race. And Kiwi Rush is first to begin in the black jacket with the white chevron, white sleeves, black armlets. Leads up by about 3 lengths early on here to Cool Raoul in the red and white racing second. Similar margin back to Leicester Mail in a green jacket, blue cap. Horse Nose Bandit sitting in third. And then Imperfectly Perfect centre pack in the cream jacket with the cerise sleeves, black cap, followed through by Japetus in the dark blue and yellow. Settling towards the back of the field, Miss Friday Lyons yellow with the blue crossbelts and hoop sleeves, and the blue and red of Wild Reaver also towards the back of the field. And Connor Rabbit would have him about 12 off the leader, which is Kiwi Rush. Not a great pace being set here by Paul O'Brien as they begin the turn towards the home straight for the first time. Just racing deeper on the track, maybe looking for slightly better ground. Kiwi Rush being followed by Cool Raoul, a couple of lengths behind the leader. And then Leicester Mail continues to race in third with Imperfectly Perfect still centre field. Japetus behind those towards the back of the field. Wild Reaver's made a place and relegated Miss Friday Alliance to be at the back of the 7-runner field. Up the hill they come for the first time then, and just a steady pace continues to be set by Kiwi Rush as they head towards us. Still well over a circuit to travel. Kiwi Rush racing with ears pricked, lopping along on a tight rein for Paul O'Brien by a couple of lengths to Cool Raoul and Connor McCann in second place. Third place Leicester Mail and Bruce Lynn, and then centre field Imperfectly Perfect and Derek Fox looking for a 3-timer and looking for a 4-timer for Lucinda Russell, as is Cool Raoul, who's sitting in second place. Still towards the back of the field are Japetus, Wild Reaver and Miss Friday Lyons. Only about 8 to 10 lengths separating the runners as they pass us though, with a circuit left to travel. And Kiwi Rush swings the left-handed turn to race away from the enclosures to the far side of the track with a lead of 3 to Cool Raoul, who continues to race in second, and Leicester Mail in third. So no change in the order at all so far amongst the leaders. Imperfectly Perfect still centre field from Japetus, Wild Reaver second last, and Miss Friday Lyons at the back of the field. Taking a left-handed turn into the back stretch they go, and approaching the halfway point. And it's Kiwi Rush still there by 3 lengths to Cool Raoul, who continues to race in second. He might just be winding the tempo up a little bit now. Paul O'Brien on the leader. Kiwi Rush by 2.5 to Cool Raoul racing second. A length and a half to Leicester Mail. Japetus making a bit of ground, so to Wild Reaver. They're starting to bunch up behind as the field concertinas a bit. Imperfectly Perfect to the inside. And Miss Friday Lyons at the back of the field, but only 6 or 7 lengths separating the runners now as they continue towards the end of the backstretch. Shortly they'll start swinging this left-handed turn to carry them back down the side of the track. And it's still Kiwi Rush leading by a couple of lengths to Kool Raoul racing second. Japetus has gone smoothly through into third. Wild Reaver out wide is fourth. Leicester Mail behind those, and then towards the back of the field, Miss Friday Lions, who's relegated Imperfectly Perfect to be the back marker. But only 6 lengths first to last now as Kiwi Rush continues to dictate the pace from the front. And back towards the final half mile they come. Kiwi Rush by about a length to Kool Raoul to the inside. Wider out Wild Reaver, and Japetus travelling sweetly between horses. Leicester Mail is next. Then Miss Friday Lions, who's starting to pick up. And at the back of the field, Imperfectly Perfect. The sprint for home will be on soon. They're inside the final 3. And up front it continues to be Kiwi Rush, about to be joined by Japetus and Kool Raoul to the inside. Right behind those Miss Friday Lions trying to pick up from Wild Reaver, Leicester Mail and Imperfectly Perfect. They're sprinting now inside the final 2 furlongs they come. Kiwi Rush off the front, Kool Raoul to the far side. Japetus with the near side rail to help. Followed through behind by Miss Friday Lions, who continues to stay on. Then Imperfectly Perfect trying to run on with Leicester Mail. Back towards the final half furlong they come. Kiwi Rush fending them off in front here, leads by a couple of lengths to Japetus giving chase, then Kool Raoul, but racing up towards the line. Kiwi Rush will win for Harry Derham and Paul O'Brien. Kiwi Rush makes all in the finale. Japetus for second, Imperfectly Perfect stayed on for third in front of Kool Raoul, Miss Friday Lions and Leicester Mail.
I think there's a bit of a touch landed there. Did I see 92 plunge into what, 11-4, 5-2? The favourite from the front. 6 runners on the day for Harry Derham. He waits to the last. Paul O'Brien did the steering, and it did develop into a bit of a sprint. In second place was Japetus, one for the future, no doubt, and Imperfectly Perfect's run well to come through for third.
That's the performance I'm keying in on, actually, because it was a silly race. They've dawdled around until the straight. The Fav's got an uncontested lead, has had enough energy left to see off Japetus, who didn't do everything right, but he showed his ability and class with the way he got into the race. He still looked a bit green under pressure, but the late headway from Imperfectly Perfect is quite striking. I think if this was run 3 months down the line and it was more of a test of stamina, we might see the winner getting his colours lowered by Imperfectly Perfect with it to meet again, because he's done some good late work, having been outpaced on the home turn. But yeah, great relief, I'm sure, for Harry.
The price.
Gone off 2-1, and that was much needed after what has been probably for them, I'm sure, a disappointing day. They'd have arrived here expecting they might have got on the board by now, or at least have a couple run better than they have done, but at least they go home with the youngster of the party, or one of the youngsters, being successful in a bumper.
Yeah, coming back in, cost £85,000 at the Cheltenham May sales last year.